So that we have it. 7th round KO, stoppage, 3 knockdowns, multiple combinations thrown, left uppercut, ended the fight. Left uppercut was available all night. Flurries available all night. Jab available all night. Right hook available all night. Body shots available all night. Manny Pacquiao put together all of that while maintaining his poise in the ring. I must say he was very, very poised. He looked very controlled in there. He looked like he knew what he was doing. He conserved his energy. He didn't get over zealous whenever he knew that he had Lucas in trouble. He took his time. He picked his shots. His defense was a lot better. His head movement was on all night. When is the last time we actually saw that guy look like that? He didn't look nothing like that when he fought Jeff Horn. He looked like he was trying to be a younger Manny Pacquiao when he got in there and faced Jeff Horn. He looked like, it wasn't even what he looked like. That's what he was doing. I mean, that's how Freddie Roach pretty much has all of his fighters fighting. Going straight ahead, leaving themselves open, fighting extremely too fast. And it's a fighter that's been around as long as Manny Pacquiao has. They have the ability to, because of the amount of time that they've spent in that ring since being kids, since being a teenager, since being a young man in his 20s and, becoming seasoned in his 30s. Here he is now, age 39. Me and this guy share the same birth date, same exact year. 39 years old, in the ring. Why would you have a guy at 38 going in there swinging for the fences, leaving himself wide open, taking all kinds of shots, tired way before he needed to be, and ended up taking shots that he shouldn't have took in that fight. So, here he is now with a guy that he's been around with forever in Boo Boy, training him, and Manny Pacquiao looks very, very seasoned, the way that he should have been looking maybe 5 years ago. Manny Pacquiao should have been picking his shots. I was surprised to see the guy, moving off the jab. Normally you'll see him jumping into his opponents with the jab, and then, following up and then coming back in with a combo or a flurry and leaving himself wide open. He had moments of that, but he did it at the right time. He knew he could get away with it because Lucas his hands were at bay. Manny Pacquiao threw off his timing. He threw his timing off. His speed was a bit too much for Lucas, and I kind of knew that coming in. But after how Manny Pacquiao looked against Jeff Horn, you would say maybe Lucas has a shot, but in reality, before the fight even was, when they announced the fight, I'm like, Lucas Matthysse is going to if he doesn't get knocked out, he's going to get knocked down. And just before the fight came on, I was talking to my brother, and I said the same thing. This guy's going to get knocked down, so he lost. He got knocked out. He got stopped. So it's good. I can't lie, I'm not the biggest Manny Pacquiao fan, man, but I was happy to see him in there tonight. I felt a renewed vigor, and I felt I had energy that I haven't had in a while watching the fight because, like I know, the biggest fight has been, two big fights have been postponed. Probably postpone with Triple G and Canelo, and then we get a chance to see them. I think in September. Hopefully nothing happens. And then Anthony Joshua is backing out, fighting against Wilder. So I mean, where's the excitement gonna come from unless some of these young guns get in the ring and start facing each other? Spence and Terrence Crawford get it on, things like that. So that's what I mean. It was good to see him in there. I felt really, really good watching Manny Pacquiao. I was concerned about him for a minute because of the way that he looked against Jeff Horn, and I didn't know that Boo Boy could train. So I was just kind of concerned with how he was gonna approach the fight, and I was hoping he didn't get caught because I mean I'm used to seeing Lucas throw something, a haymaker every now and then, over the overhand right, and putting his opponents away. So it didn't happen. It didn't happen in this fight. He tried to throw it, but where he made his mistakes at was he went away from the jab in the third round. He was throwing the jab pretty consistent for 3 rounds, and then he went away from it because Manny Pacquiao neutralized it with his speed and his movement. Those erratic movements, not really erratic, but those movements threw his timing off. He wasn't able to keep up with Manny Pacquiao's speed. He couldn't match Manny Pacquiao's energy, and that's when you start noticing a big change in the momentum of any fight when a guy cannot match the energy of his opponent, and that's very, very important. That's critical because while Manny Pacquiao was rising with each round. With each round he was rising. He looked like he could have went, a full 12, maybe even more. He didn't even look like he was getting tired yet. So, his energy level was low, and you could see his body language going back to the corner, where he just kind of said to himself, like, man, what did I get myself into? I can't keep up with this guy. And, I haven't seen Lucas in the ring in a while. I can't even remember his last fight. You guys can let me know in the comments below, man, because I do not remember Lucas Matthysse last fight. I really don't. And, being outside of the ring for the amount of time that he's been outside of the ring, or at least from my knowledge, he hasn't been in there. He looked like it. He didn't look good at all in there. He looked like he had trained. He wasn't in the best of shape, but he looked like he had trained pretty good. But as far as his timing, his reflexes were off. He looked fatigued after 3-4 rounds. He wasn't engaged. He wasn't focused. He was thrown all off. The environment looked like it had played a major effect on him. Wow. He just didn't look good. But anyway, congratulations to Manny Pacquiao, man. He did everything that he needed to do. He said, I'm going to go back and I'm going to relax. So he want to get his relaxation on, man. He want to chill for a minute before he decide that he gonna get back in there and possibly take on one of these top guns. If I were him, I would come back on a name like maybe an Amir Khan, maybe dig up Adrian Broner, or even go after Danny Garcia, somebody like that. He needs really like an Amir Khan, Danny Garcia, those type of fights. And then if he really has aspirations of, retiring as world champ, or, maybe capturing 1 or 2 more belts or something like that, maybe even 1 more belt that means something to him, then that's something that he can do. But anyway, I don't want to make this video any longer than it already is. I just wanted to say my piece, let you guys know I'm still watching boxing, man. There's just been a lot of changes, a lot of work changes, a lot of life changes. Some good, some bad, mostly good though. But anyway, enough about me. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all weekend, man. Peace.